From Springport High School in Royersford, PA, RCN Sports presents PIAA State Basketball Playoff. In boys Class 2A, it's the Notre Dame Crusaders versus the Panthers of Imhotep Charter. Good evening, I'm Bernie Gallagher, joined by my partner, our basketball analyst, Joe Craig. Tonight, round 2 of the state playoffs, it's do or die. 16 teams living the dream. After tonight, only 8 will remain. We'll break it down with our analyst, Joe. First, we'll look at the Notre Dame Crusaders. Great season under their dynamic coach, Pat Boyle. They come in with a record of 21-5, fresh off a District 11 title, ranked as one of the top 2A teams in the state. Their roster contains a plethora of talent, led by the versatile guard play of Max Hughes, a kid who can take it to the rack or step back and knock down that soft jumper. But clearly, you break it down even further, this is a basketball team that epitomizes unselfishness, toughness, and teamwork.
Yeah, what you have with Notre Dame is you've got a very well-disciplined team, great coach, Pat Boyle, got 280-some wins, 130 losses. He's in his 13th year, got 3 district titles, and you're going to see a well-disciplined, hustling, hard-nosed team. Notre Dame has made their reputation on being an aggressive bunch of kids. They're not big, but they will come after you. And I think you're going to see a pretty good performance. They lack a lot. They don't have the athletic ability that you're going to see in Imhotep. That's for sure. But you will see a hard-nosed bunch of kids that will attack you. And they're led by Max Hughes, as you talked about. And, of course, Joji and Kobe. He is probably their best inside guy. He's only 6'3", but he's quick, and he gets to the hoop, and he likes to shoot the 3. So when he gets to the outside, he's not afraid as the big guy. He will take the 3. He's their second top three-point shooter. So look for that from him. And, of course, you're going to see varying styles here. You're going to see 2 different styles. You're going to see Philadelphia fast, up and down the court stuff, but you're going to see a much more methodical, slower-paced Notre Dame team. The keys to the game, in my opinion, are Notre Dame has to really rebound, box out. They cannot let Imhotep get the boards and run. So you're going to see 2 real class and styles. Whichever style is controlling the game, that's the team that's going to win.
Then we take a closer look at the #1 team in the state, AA, Imhotep Charter High School out of Philadelphia, PA, led by their outstanding coach, Andre Noble. They are fresh off the prestigious Philadelphia Public League Championship. They come in with a record of 29-1. Their only loss to the defending 4A state champion, Chester, and it's no secret. One of their MOs, get the ball in the hands of the school's all-time leading scorer, Will Adams, but you look even closer, their success is predicated on defense. They shut down, deny the outlet, deny passing lanes, deny baseline, they look to double down, and they have excellent weak side rotation. Joe, the bottom line, they play shutdown defense.
Well, they do, and they're very aggressive. As aggressive as Notre Dame is, it's going to be doubled by Imhotep. They are a typical run, get it off the boards, go like crazy, and look for easy baskets. But in turn, they got a couple of pretty good shooters in Grant and Prescott, so they can do a lot of things. I think that you're going to see, again, as I said before, a clash of 2 styles here. And I think it'll be interesting to see just how much Notre Dame can slow down that Imhotep offense. But they have got some people, and of course they're led by the fellas you mentioned. They also have Battle coming off the bench, best 3-point shooter they have. So he's instant offense, and when he gets on the floor, look for him to take lots of shots.
Can Notre Dame pull off an upset that would send shockwaves around the state? It is game on. The road to Penn State continues now. We'll be right back with the opening tip.
Hey, basketball fans, if you love dealing with a winning team, head to the leader, Kleckner's in Whitehall and Emmaus for the fabulous GE tip-off sale. Browse our huge selection of GE ranges, GE refrigerators, GE dishwashers, GE washers, and GE dryers. Now at Kleckner's, get great savings plus free delivery, free haul away of old, a full parts department and their own factory-trained techs. Stop in today. See why Kleckner's has been serving the Lehigh Valley since 1945. 2 locations, Kleckner's, 2177 MacArthur Road in Whitehall and 575 Chestnut Street, Emmaus.
Miss Ford.
Morning, Dad.
Since the Overhead Door Company makes the original overhead door, the people who install and service them take them pretty seriously. Call or log on for the overhead door dealer nearest you.
He doesn't report to a management committee. He doesn't report to a marketing department. He reports to Mary Johnson's arthritis, to Sally Wickstrom's upset stomach, and to Greg Porter's poison oak. He's your family prescription center pharmacist. He lives and works right here in town, so that means he reports to you. Call Family Prescription Center today at 866-0709.
Taking the time to care. Family Prescription Center.
Welcome back, everyone. Round 2 of state playoff, boys Class 2A. Notre Dame High School out of Bethlehem Township versus the Imhotep Charter Panthers. And first up, number 4, Andrew Mitzak. 6'3" junior center, Joe Gianjobi, number 5. 30, Andrew Kohler, 6'5", junior forward. 32, the dangerous Max Hughes, 6'1", senior guard. And 42, Nick Piazza, 6'2", senior forward. And now for the number 1 team in the state, Class 2A, 29-1. Some of their wins over teams like Norristown, who's favored to win the state title at the 4A level. Their only loss to Chester, the defending 4A champion. Number 4, Parrish Grant, 6'2", senior guard. Number 5, the lethal Sam Prescott, 6'3", senior guard. 15, Ivory Wells, 6'4", senior forward who can elevate. Number 15, Ivory Wells. Number 10, Will Adams, the school's all-time leading scorer. And number 23, Eric Coates, super soft, 6'8" center. Joe, a lot of excitement here, do or die.
Well, you got one of the best teams in the state on the floor right now, and very interesting to see how Notre Dame can handle it. One thing you noticed when you saw Notre Dame line up there, I think they have 3/4 of the school out here today on the court, either as cheerleaders or managers or basketball players. So everybody's here.
A lot of school spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Tony Corey, the AD at Notre Dame, making us feel very welcome. And there he is, Pat Boyle. What a dynamic coach for the Crusaders in his 13th season. And Andre Noble, very nice man to talk to, very humble. But boy, they're having an enormous amount of success this year.
Yeah, and Andre Noble does double duty. He's also the athletic director at Imhotep.
We are underway. State playoffs, and the Panthers of Imhotep Charter out of Philadelphia, more specifically Germantown section of Philadelphia. They are a team that is a roster filled with athleticism, good ball movement, and precision passing. A 3-ball launched by Grant off the mark. Here come the Crusaders.
All right, and again, we're going to watch Notre Dame's rebounding. That's going to be a key to the game for Notre Dame. They must rebound, and they must keep the tempo at their pace.
Straight up man by the Panthers. Little pump fake in the paint. We're going to get a whistle stoppage of play. And it looks like number 32, Max Hughes, will go to the charity stripe.
Yeah, you'll see Max Hughes do that. He'll cut and slash, and he'll try to draw fouls. And with that big front line that Imhotep has, that's going to be something that you watch Max Hughes take off for the basket.
Notre Dame is here by virtue of a 56-48 W over Troy in round 1 as the first attempt is off the mark. Imhotep, a 55-48 winner over DeLone Catholic in their first round game. 16 teams alive. After tonight, it'll be 8, and you'll be in the quarterfinals for a state championship. Prescott so unselfish with the ball, launches a 3, rims out. Nice rebound by Mitzak. Here come the blue shirts. They're going to speed up the tempo a little bit. Gianjovi gives it up to Hughes. Spots up a J, and down it goes.
And that's Max Hughes' game. Little fast pace. I'm surprised to see Notre Dame going after it like that.
Your officials for tonight's game, Ken Spence from District 3, Ken Spence, Travis Sorrentis, and Rick Dissinger. Here at Springport High School in Royersford, PA, about 10 minutes outside of King of Prussia for your viewers up in the Lehigh Valley. Deep in the corner, Adams, short. Nice rebound again by the alert Mitzak.
Loose balls, as I say, Notre Dame will hustle. They'll be chasing balls. You won't see that slow up at all for them. That's their game.
Piazza, good floor player, very heady. Mitzak beyond the arc, guarded tightly, in traffic, and he draws the whistle. That's going to be traveling against the Crusaders.
Yeah, and that's a good call. Max got a little out of control there, tried to take it inside, too many big guys.
Here come the Imhotep Charter Panthers. They are accustomed to warm waters, having captured the championship of the prestigious Philadelphia Public League. And again, in Philadelphia, all 4 classifications compete for the league title. Wells gives it up unselfishly. Prescott, a little out of sync early offensively, the Panthers. Grant from downtown, short. Loose ball, again, the Crusaders battling. Nice job by Hughes.
They're doing a nice job of keeping the ball outside.
Steal by the Panthers. Hustling back is Mitzak. Scramble for the ball. We are going to stay here.
It looks like Imhotep's a little bit out of sync. You know, they're not getting any kind of inside game yet, and they're going to have to look to do that.
Grant will inbound. Gives it up. Unforced turnover. Crusaders will gain possession.
Actually, he bounced that off the back of one of the Notre Dame players as an inbounds play to get it back for himself.
Hughes so cerebral, however, tipped away by Grant, showing his athleticism on the defensive side. Again, a miss by the Panthers. Pat Boyle has to love the start of this game.
Yeah, and this is his pace. It's not real fast, and they'll make passes.
Gianjovi on the low block. He's called for traveling. Underway here. 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Grant on the right wing. Panthers standing around a little bit. Launches a 3. Adams again off the mark. Excellent rebound by Piazza. Blue shirts looking to dictate tempo early, still holding the number 1 team in the state scoreless. Still a tight man-to-man by the Panthers. Nice look inside to Kohler, but again, traveling violation.
Well, again, Kohler, little too excited there. Got the ball down and low in the block, and was going to give a head fake, but shuffled his feet.
I want to thank one of our sponsors bringing the action to you, R&J Carpet Connection, bringing this high school basketball into your living room. He stepped on the line, another turnover, and the Panthers look a little stunned early.
Well, Notre Dame's just packing it down low. They're keeping the ball to the outside, and until Imhotep starts either making some of those outside shots, it's going to be a tough time for us.
Tipped away, and Joe, we have to really express our gratitude again to these sponsors. D.E. Cressman. What an outstanding supporter of athletics in the Lehigh Valley and all throughout the southeast part of the state. D.E. Cressman, thank you very much for sponsoring tonight's basketball game.
Great people who have been sponsoring all year long for us.
Tipped away, turnover. Adams looking to run, motors in off the glass, no. Nice follow-up there by number 23, the sophomore Eric Coates. They're finally on the board, 3:44 to the end of the first.
And Imhotep, that's the kind of game they want, fast-paced, and get the follow-up and get a layup.
Nice strong take. Might have been goaltending. Alertly Mitzak with a putback for a Duke.
Good effort by Mitzak to stay in there. We got to travel now.
Multiple substitutions now for Imhotep Charter. Number 3, Kenny Battle injects immediate offense, the 6th man, and number 2, Tyree Morgan.
And of course, when Battle comes in the game, look for him to take some shots from the outside.
We'll set up with that 1-2-2, 3/4 court press. Steal near by Parrish Grant. Excellent hustle. Good no call by the official. Notre Dame very calmly from the corner pocket. PIAA short. Good hustle in there by the Panthers. Here come the white shirts. Battle. Shaking and baking. In the paint. Grant gets the... No, it rolls out somehow. There's a lid on that basket for the Panthers.
Well, he had a good drive. Got a nice medium range shot and just isn't falling.
Strong take on the baseline by Mitzak. Gives it up. Kohler thinks better of it. Excellent movement without the basketball by the Crusaders of Notre Dame. Nice speed inside, but they don't finish it. Hughes had a point-blank layup, but the defensive presence of the Panthers made him think otherwise. Wells launches a 3 front iron.
Well, those tall players inside, Notre Dame is just hesitant around the basket, and they're throwing up a lot of wild shots in close.
Typical of an early state tournament. You'll get a little bit of nerve.
Yep, but surprisingly, Notre Dame is getting the ball inside.
Traveling violation again. They are calling it tight.
Well, that was a very close call, but he's a lot closer than we are, Bernie. So we'll give him that one.
Multiple substitutions. Blair Rossetto in for the Crusaders. 4-2 inside of 2 minutes. First quarter, round 2, boys Class 2A state playoff.
Certainly not what anybody expected so far. Imhotep, of course, scores lots of points and way below their average.
Prescott from downtown. That's a 2. He's just inside the line.
And
ties his baby up at 4.
And Prescott, he's one of their shooters. He comes in games and he starts, but I mean he's a guy that can put the ball in the hole.
Tenacious defense by the Panthers.
They have a number of guys that can shoot the ball from outside, and that's been a big part of their success.
Salerno also dangerous coming off that bench for the Crusaders. Nice speed down low to Gianjovi. And again, another traveling violation.
Well, what's happening is Notre Dame's getting the ball down low, and they're taking a lot of head fakes, trying to get them up in the air, and they're shuffling their feet when they do that.
Prescott again, a little long and strong. Skying for the rebound. Inside for Imhotep. Number 1 with a nice job, David Apollon.
Crash the boards. Imhotep's one of their strengths, along with, of course, they have so many strengths, it's hard to zero in on one.
Steal. Now they're going to call jump ball, possession arrow, Crusaders.
Again, that trapping defense now, they're really getting in there. Imhotep is really getting inside the numbers on Notre Dame. They're really playing a tight man-to-man, and they're challenging every pass.
45 seconds till the end of the first. Notre Dame on top, 6-4. A little bit of a surprise early. A lot of people around town talking this could be a 20 to 30 point blowout, but someone forgot to tell that to Notre Dame. Looks like they'll hold for 1, Joe.
Yeah, again, Notre Dame, again, you're seeing that patience that they exercise moving the ball around. They're just a little anxious on their shot.
Another traveling violation, this time on Battle. Bart Palumbo will enter for the Crusaders. 14.8 seconds remain. Pat Boyle, member of that outstanding Central Catholic team of Allentown, teammate with Billy McCaffrey. Came a couple baskets shy of the state title. Another whistle stoppage of play. Looks like Notre Dame will get the ball on the sideline.
Yeah, kick ball, and again, Notre Dame having a difficult time now with that pressure. Imhotep's turning up that pressure, and they're making it very difficult for Notre Dame to move the ball.
Deep in the corner pocket, Salerno off the mark. And after one quarter, Notre Dame Crusaders on top, 6-4.
Since 1937, Walters Pharmacy has been making life easier for you. The name you trust most when you need your prescription filled. That's because getting your prescription right is our #1 priority. And only Walters Pharmacy delivers anywhere in Allentown for free. Our wide selection of health products and mobile equipment, as well as our convenient hours, make Walters Pharmacy the fast and convenient choice.
I went to Walters Pharmacy and they were able to supply all of my child's needed medications.
I call Walters Pharmacy for all my prescriptions and healthcare items and have them delivered to my door.
Walters Pharmacy in Allentown. Mark Mulchaney and Power Realty's sole mission is unprecedented real estate service. With an undying commitment to quality, Mark Mulchaney provides you professionalism, outstanding service, wealth of knowledge, experience, and reliability. Mark Mulchaney and Power Realty, the power to move you. 610-433-6600 or on the web at powerrealtyhomes.com.
As a woman, the health issues you face will change over a lifetime. Whether you're an expectant mother, caring for a family member, or battling osteoporosis, fast, accurate information is vital in making the best decision. RMRI of Bethlehem is a recognized leader in imaging with radiologists and technologists that make you feel confident, knowing privacy is guaranteed and results will see to your doctor right away. Radiology and MRI of Bethlehem.
Welcome back, everyone. Imhotep on top, 6-4. The winner of tonight's game will play the winner of Prep Charter and Loyal Sox. Joe, we saw Prep Charter, Strawberry Mansion, Imhotep, powerhouse teams out of Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, and you know, Notre Dame knows coming in they're going to face that kind of basketball. I mean, it's no secret about the strength of these teams down here in the Philadelphia, in District 12. Got to be pleased, though. Notre Dame's got to be pleased with their rebounding. They're doing a nice job of getting rebounds and limiting Imhotep to one shot. But they're awfully anxious on the offensive end when they're getting the ball in low, and they are getting it down there.
We had our bracket buster shocker in round 1 at the 4A level as Roman Catholic was eliminated by the 7 seed from District 1, CB South. Big surprise.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were looking at Roman as being the team, one of the 2 or 3 teams that could win it all.
Roman Catholic garnered attention as one of the best teams in the country, and they are done. Off the mark is David Apollon. Battle for the basketball. Nice job by Battle. You got another stoppage. They're going to call Notre Dame on a reach-in.
Yeah, again, keeping the ball alive, that is so important. Andrew Kohler, I think, had the foul there.
Inbounding, Parrish Grant, 6'2" senior guard. Prescott spots up and knocks it down.
Prescott's got a really nice touch. Nice rotation on the ball.
3 Division I players in the starting lineup for Imhotep. 2 of them already committed to Towson and Marist.
Yeah, and Marist especially plays pretty good caliber of basketball, Bernie.
Again, good ball movement by the Crusaders of Notre Dame, the District 11 champions, Class 2A. Years gone by, they referred to him as Notre Dame Green Pond. I guess technically, Joe, it's Notre Dame out of Bethlehem Township.
Yep. Well, the Green Pond is a little part of their name that they don't really associate much with anymore.
Max Hughes buries a jumper in the lane. 8-6. Panthers on top. Nice speed down low. They're going to call a foul.
Yeah, Bart Palumbo, I think number 10 on the shot. Good call. I mean, he had him with the body all the way.
Sadeem Major will go to the charity stripe. Short on the first one. Multiple substitutions again. Gianjovi will re-enter for the Crusaders, as will Mitzak. Mitzak very effective early in this ball game.
Well, for Notre Dame to be effective, Gianjovi's got to get untracked. I mean, he's got to be effective
And that looked like another foul. We will stay here. They are calling it tight.
Yeah, they are.
Typically they will in state playoff action. Will Adams, the school's all-time leading scorer, re-enters for Imhotep Charter.
Yeah, I think that foul, was that on Mitzak, I believe?
It may have been.
I believe so.
Wells, shaking and baking. Apollon from downtown off the mark. Grant with an alert rebound. Adams in the paint. Tipped away. They are going to call a reach-in foul against Notre Dame.
Well, again, the quickness of Imhotep starting to, on the offensive end, is really starting to show now. And a lot more reaching on Notre Dame's part.
Adams from beyond the arc. Side iron. Boy, look at Battle elevate, however. Again, Notre Dame blocking out. Excellent positioning. 6:20 till halftime.
Well, with Notre Dame, you're going to get a well-coached team that will do fundamental things. They'll box out, they'll pass the ball.
Get that three-point specialist Salerno in there.
Yep.
He is dangerous from the great beyond. Steal. Battle looking to push. Back to Battle. Off the glass for a deuce.
Great pass to Battle, and Battle lays it in.
Notre Dame competes in the Colonial League, where they came up a little shy of their league title. They certainly did make up for that by capturing the District 11 championship.
Yeah, they lost the league title to Wilson. Actually, Wilson, they didn't get to the final game, but Wilson beat them a couple times this year, and those were 2 or 3 of the losses that Wilson. As you see here on the fast break, a great touch pass and just lays it up and in. Just really nice ball movement.
Fans are filing in for what should be an explosive second game between Plymouth Whitemarsh and Norristown, two of the top Class 4A teams in the state. This baby's going to be packed. I understand it may be sold out.
Well, yeah, you get all good games at this point in the season now, Bernie.
This venue, a wonderful venue. Thank the athletic director, Mickey McDaniel, of Springford High School. Springford competes in the Pac-10, the Pioneer Athletic Conference, with teams like Boyertown, Upper Perk, Pottstown, Pottsgrove, Owen J. Roberts.
It's a beautiful facility. It's the first time I've been here.
Downtown Wells. Little cold from the perimeter early. The Panthers of Imhotep. Salerno deep in the corner. Salerno, oh boy, that's his forte.
Yep, that's his, he's the man. He leads them. He's got 45 threes this year.
Multiple substitutions again. Hughes will re-enter, as will Kohler. Pat Boyle, candidate for Coach of the Year, has done a tremendous job again.
Oh, you have some common ties with him, don't you?
Yeah, he's a great guy, and we both were blessed to, come from a proud tradition of athletics at Allentown Central Catholic, and he was on that team with Billy McCaffrey, and of course 2 years before that, Eddie McCaffrey captured the state title in '86. A lot of fun memories.
Yeah, that's
Ivory Wells, corner pocket. Got a whistle against Imhotep. Joe, you and I have some memories to go back some 30 years.
Yeah, we do. We'll get into that a little bit later. You
Some
broke my heart more than once.
Yeah, we were a little bit of luck, never hurts. 10-6. Imhotep on top, 4:30 till halftime. Joe Craig, Bernie Gallagher bringing you all the action for RCN Sports. Paint. Kohler gives it up. Strong take on the baseline. It's rejected by Wells.
Great block. Great block. Again, Kohler took it inside. He thought that he had a clear basket, but Imhotep is just so quick, and they've got those long arms. They really react to the ball well.
The Panthers have one guy under 6 feet on their roster. Everyone else in the 6'3" to 6'8" range.
Yeah, a little different than what Notre Dame's used to seeing.
Again, Notre Dame so patient offensively. Gets that straight up man. They throw it away, it looks like. Ball tipped away. It will be Panther basketball. Good call. Officials doing a nice job thus far.
And again, you know, Notre Dame's spreading it out, and then they're slicing guys to the basket and looking to get that pass to the inside. They've had some success getting it there, but they're really anxious when they do get the ball inside, and they're not making many shots.
I think if you'd have told Pat Boyle it'd be 10-6 with 3.5 minutes till halftime, he'd say, I'd take it.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
Parrish Grant knocks down a tray.
Well, he can flat out shoot, can he? I mean, he's a player.
Got a nice stroke,
Yes,
good
he does.
follow through. Notre Dame, breakaway. Hughes, stop, pop, back iron, tipped away. Hughes gets the rebound, puts it back up off the window. No, battling hard inside is Gianjobi. Breakaway, a little too strong, however, for Adam.
Good job keeping the ball alive by Notre Dame, and just, again, the lid's on right now, and they're not making shots in close.
Full court, man-to-man press. Tyree Morgan turning the volume up a little bit.
Nice heady play by Max Hughes that time. He drew that foul because he's a smart basketball-savvy kid. Notre Dame are very, I hate to use the word cerebral, but they really are. They're a smart basketball, smart type of kids. And while they don't have all that athletic ability, they really do use the basics.
From the great beyond, Hughes misses. Nice rebound by Wells. Here come the white shirt. Trying to get that entry pass in there, but Gianjobi doing a nice job on defense. Skying for the rebound. Coates tipped away. Prescott relentless on the offensive glass.
Well, Coates made that happen. He kept that ball alive, and then Prescott just got the nice follow-up.
Lead swells to 9. 2-2-2 till halftime. Piazza on the right wing, guarded tightly by Coates, the 6'8 sophomore. Kisses it off the glass. Excellent putback by Gianjobi again.
Well, Gianjobi's always around the basket. Again, he's only 6'3", but he's pretty quick, and he's not afraid to be in there with the big guys.
Downtown from Grant off the mark. Notre Dame hanging around. 15-8 inside of 2. Kohler going to dribble penetrate. However, he runs into a sea of white jerseys. Excellent switching by the Panthers of Imhotep.
They do a great job of switching and jumping in and out. They're very effective.
Battle for the basketball. Held ball. Possession arrow will be Notre Dame. Joe, you mentioned Pat Boyle and the job Notre Dame has done. His staff is amazing. A bunch of future head coaches, if they want to be. George Burkott, Mark Wojciechowski, Tony Italiani, Bill Reichenbach, Rob Schutte, Jim Febo, and John Kindred doing a marvelous job. Meanwhile, inside, Gianjobi.
George Burkott is he's a former Central Catholic coach. He was on the Central Catholic staff for a long time and cut his teeth coaching with your alma mater.
Yep, quality staff, and of course a lot of Lehigh Valley teams still alive in the state playoff. Parkland playing a big game tonight as we talk.
Yeah, they got their hands full tonight. Conestoga, one of the best teams in the state. Seems like we say best teams in the state to a lot of teams, don't we?
Well, when you're down to 16, I guess you are.
I guess everybody's good, huh?
Notre Dame threads a couple more, 15-10. Going to be a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a break. You're watching state playoffs on RCN.
The Lehigh Valley loves Mezzaluna Sports Bar and Grill, with sports for fans of all shapes and sizes. Plus a huge selection of ice-cold beverages, and of course Mezzaluna's menu of great food. And with Mezzaluna's state-of-the-art sound and light system, you can catch the Valley's hottest bands and DJs, never pay a cover, and dance the night away. For great food and drink, all the sports action and the best live entertainment and never a cover, Mezzaluna Sports Bar and Grill, Airport Road, Allentown.
Your under-insulated home can cost you hundreds. Now is the time to re-insulate with Lehigh Valley Insulation. In less than a day, our experienced crew of installers will thoroughly re-insulate your home. Our new insulation is cleaner and more energy efficient than ever. Plus, it's very affordable. Enjoy seasonable comfort under a blanket of premium insulation and cut your heating and cooling costs. Make sure your home measures up. Call Lehigh Valley Insulation for a free consultation.
It's comfort that pays.
These days I leave my car at home. I ride the bus, the smart choice.
Atlanta Metro is the comfortable, fast, clean, and low-cost way to make your way around the valley.
Atlanta Metro, the smart choice.
Hello, I would like to thank all of our customers for their loyalty to RCN over the years. Our RCN employees are proud to be able to provide the very best cable, high-speed internet, and phone service. On behalf of our many employees that service our community, I would like to assure all of our customers that the RCN team will continue to service you with pride, teamwork, and perfection. Thank you.
We're back at Springport High School in Royersford, PA. Round 2, boys Class 2A action. Joe Craig, Bernie Gallagher, RCN Sports bring you all the action. Nice crowd, and they are filing in for what should be a sensational game 2. Plymouth Whitemarsh versus Norristown. Both teams capable of capturing the Class 4A title.
Yeah, Notre Dame's got a nice crowd here. They follow their team. They really do. They're a small school, even by AA standards. They're at the lower end of AA. But I'll tell you what, their fans are loyal. They follow them everywhere.
Greatest player you've ever seen in the Lehigh Valley? Throw a couple names at you.
Oh, I can tell you who it would be.
Larry Miller.
Number 1.
Billy
Best I ever saw.
McCaffrey.
Yep.
I saw Larry Miller score 63 in a high school game for Catasauqua. Unbelievable.
Well, I played against him. I was a senior, he was a freshman. I'll tell you that story in a little while.
Buck 23 till halftime. 15-10. Panthers on top. Prescott looking to dribble penetrate. Kicks it out to Morgan. That was a traveling violation for sure. Like the Norristown boys are filing in. Norristown, the District 1 Class 4A champion. District 1 and Philadelphia, southeastern part of the state, considered, I don't think you can argue that it is the best basketball played in Pennsylvania.
No question.
Kohler knocks down a deuce.
And Kohler is capable of doing that. That's another kid that he comes up with key baskets here and there. He was out quite a bit with a bad ankle, but he's back.
Apollon dials long distance.
And of course they answer. So many weapons. Imhotep, so many weapons.
Tight press. Quick timeout, it looks, by Notre Dame. A fortuitous timeout. We are going to stay here. And again, let's take a look at our trivia question.
We do have a trivia question.
Oh, I love trivia questions.
This is a good one.
R&J Carpet Connections. Going to give you our trivia question. Coach, here you go. What 3 Notre Dame coaches, other than Pat Boyle, have won District 11 championships? You should know this.
Well, I have a pretty good idea on this one. We're going to give the answer in the 3rd quarter. After halftime, we'll go to that. But
let's hear
let's
hear your guesses. Venture some guesses here.
Well, you know, I gotta tell you, I have a sheet in front of me that has the answers on it. One of these guys was a former coach of mine when I was the athletic director at Liberty. So I'll give you that answer.
Charlie McGarvey's
That's right. That would be the man.
West 1. McGarvey's got to be in there. Meanwhile, 43.1 seconds remain. Notre Dame with possession of the rock. Hughes can not only shoot, he can put the basketball on the deck. They can look for a good shot here, not necessarily holding for one. 18-12, advantage Panthers.
Well, I would think they'll hold and try to take one shot with about 5 or 6 seconds to go. It's hard against Imhotep because they are so quick. I mean, they surround the ball so quickly.
Relentlessly aggressive pressure by the Panthers. And we're inside of 10 seconds of near steal. We're going the other way. Another turnover.
Yep. That's just great defense. You know, that's just great defense.
Kenny Battle and Sam Prescott, the captains of this Imhotep team. They played in the Liacouras Center. They played in the Palestra. Played in a lot of large venues, and they're inside of 5 seconds. Grant from beyond the arc, short. Notre Dame with a rebound, and that'll do it. After one half of state basketball playoffs, it's 18-12, Imhotep on top. welcome back, everyone. Joe, let's take a look at some first.
Coach at DeSales University. I'm joined here by Rob Schubach, a junior on our team from Southern Lehigh High School. We're going to do some fundamental shooting drills to help you become a better shooter. We start with the one-handed shooting drill. We start very close to the basket. It's important to warm up close to the basket when you shoot. Rob takes the ball and turns the ball over, denies in proper position. This one-handed shooting drill helps you keep your elbow under the basketball and helps keep your shooting hand where it should be, in the middle of the ball, right behind the ball. His knees are bent, his shoulders are down, he's in an athletic position. Rob simply lifts the ball to the basket and follows through correctly. We'll do this shot from 3 feet, 5 feet, 7 feet, and keep moving back till we get to 15 feet. The second drill that we do is called form shooting. Rob gets into the same one-handed shooting drill, he turns it over, and now he takes his guide hand and brings it to the ball. So his non-shooting hand comes to the ball. This helps him form his shooting pocket. A common mistake for young kids is they take the ball to the guide hand, and this puts the ball in the wrong position. You want to make sure your guide hand comes to the ball, creating your shooting pocket, keeping your elbow under the ball. From here, everything else stays the same. He lifts to the basket, and he follows through, ball goes in the basket. Final drill we have is we call it shoot to the ceiling. You can do this drill at home, in your backyard, in your driveway. You don't even need a basket. Rob gets in a proper shooting position. Again, you see his knees are bent, his shoulders are down, his elbow is in, his shooting hand is behind the ball, and he shoots the ball straight to the ceiling. This drill will help you in the rhythm of your shooting. His knees come up, and his legs come up, and his arms come up. It's one fluid motion, and he works on his follow-through. We hope that these 3 drills, the one-handed shooting drill, the form shooting, and shoot to the ceiling, help you become a better shooter.
Let's go get Yaakov. You know it's always been the best. Let's go get Yaakov for quality that beats the rest. They got cheesesteaks, French fries. The famous Yaakov hot dog is known worldwide. Let's go get Yaakov. The secret sauce is one of a kind.
Yaakov's, an Allentown tradition.
Put some color in your world with a new floor from Mohawk Color Center. We've earned our name by bringing style and beauty to some of the finest homes in the world, something Mohawk has been doing for over a century. For the greatest selection of carpet, hardwood, laminate, and even ceramic tile, from a name you can trust, Mohawk Color Center. Flooring made simple.
Visit R&J Carpet Connection, 922 North 3rd Street in Whitehall.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Joe, let's take a look at some first half highlights.
Okay, and Notre Dame gets a shot, and Gianjobi comes up, follows it up, and he lays it in. Again, quick off the ball, quick off the mark. Joe Gianjobi. Now, second shot here is Kohler getting that nice medium-range jumper from the top of the key. Nice and smooth, good rotation. And third one is Apollon with a 3 from the outside. And dead center, good shooter. They've got so many good shooters on this ball club.
That was more like an NBA 3.
That was out there.
Now let's take a look at our first half leading scorers, Joe.
Okay, for the Crusaders, who have Max Hughes with 4, Joe Gianjobi with 4, and you know, very low scoring game, so you're not going to see a lot of points here. I mean, it's really spread out. The Panthers of Imhotep, Prescott leads them with 6 points. Apollon with 5, and again, it's 18-12 at this point with Imhotep leading. You know, the Crusaders missed an awful lot of close shots early on, you know, at least a half a dozen.
We're going to take a break. You're watching playoff basketball on RCN.
He doesn't report to a management committee. He doesn't report to a marketing department. He reports to Mary Johnson's arthritis, to Sally Wickstrom's upset stomach, and to Greg Porter's poison oak. He's your family prescription center pharmacist. He lives and works right here in town, so that means he reports to you. Call Family Prescription Center today at 866-0709.
Taking the time to care, Family Prescription Center.
Hey, basketball fans, if you love dealing with a winning team, head to the leader, Kleckner's in Whitehall and Emmaus for the fabulous GE tip-off sale. Browse our huge selection of GE ranges, GE refrigerators, GE dishwashers, GE washers, and GE dryers. Now at Kleckner's, get great savings plus free delivery, free haul away of old, a full parts department and their own factory trained techs. Stop in today. See why Kleckner's has been serving the Lehigh Valley since 1945. 2 locations, Kleckner's, 2177 MacArthur Road in Whitehall and 575 Chestnut Street, Emmaus.
Morning, Dad.
Since the Overhead Door Company makes the original overhead door, the people who install and service them take them pretty seriously. Call or log on for the overhead door dealer nearest you.
We're back. Round 2 state playoffs, boys class 2A, Notre Dame versus Imhotep Charter. There we are. In the bird's nest here. Springport High School, Royersford, PA, about 10 minutes from King of Prussia. Interesting first half. And, you know, you look at Notre Dame's first round game, Joe. They were down 27-19 to Troy at halftime and came out to start the third quarter with a 15-0 run.
Yeah, they did, and of course that carried them on to their win. The team they're playing tonight's a little bit quicker, a little different than Troy, so it's going to be a little tougher. You know what surprises me, Bernie, is the rebounding. You know, Notre Dame's out-rebounding Imhotep 17-13. Now that, I never would have thought that would happen, but, you know, when you look at the missed shots that Notre Dame in the first half, they had to have missed at least 6 shots in close, and, you know, make half of those, they're leading the game.
And we want to thank our second half sponsor, Power Realty, as we are underway. Power Realty, get out and support our sponsors as they certainly are the ones who make all this possible. And we get a basket down there by Andre Mitzak. Or I'm sorry, that was Parrish Grant. 20-12, 7:30 till the end of the third quarter. Crowd filing in for game 2, which will be Norristown and Plymouth White Marsh.
Good man-to-man. You can see Imhotep gets up on the chest.
Hughes with a baby hook. He's fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe.
And Hughes is a pretty good foul shooter. He's a 70% foul shooter. He's been one of their steadier guys, and he makes a living on the foul line. Of course, he has the ball in his hands so much that he does get fouled a lot.
Hughes knocks down about 15 a night. Rims out. These rims, I've been fortunate to do a lot of games here in this venue. These rims are pretty soft.
I think I jinxed him. I never should have said anything about his foul shooting.
And he's 0 for 2 on the line. Here come the white shirts, trying to unleash their athleticism upon the Crusaders. Forced entry feed pass there, and it's kicked away. It'll be Panther basketball.
Yeah, and the Imhotep just spreads out 4 people around the three-point line, and they take Eric Copes, put him inside, and they pass it around until somebody gets a good, clean shot.
Grant, a near 5-second violation, and it will be. It's going to be Crusader basketball. Terrific D by the Notre Dame Crusader.
Good job. Copes had his 1 foot in the lane and never got out of there, and they got the call.
Inbounding Kohler, 6'5", junior forward. Also knocks down about 9 points a game. Notre Dame always good in their halftime adjustments with an experienced coach like Pat Boyle. Pat Boyle, a terrific player for Allentown Central Catholic back in the late 80s.
Well, that looking to pass to the open man, Notre Dame is, and just that defense is so stifling that you just don't get a lot of guys open.
Giacobbe dials a 3, but a little off the mark. Corner pocket, 3 ball by Grant. No, they're going to call traveling violation.
Well, I think the three-point call is the soup du jour for the day. He must have had 10 of those called so far.
Yeah, the introduction of the three-point shot certainly changed the game.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, we didn't have the three-ball,
No,
Joe.
no, you didn't. And I hate the three.
Oh, I love it. I think it's exciting. Speaking of it, Mitzak with a three-ball from the corner pocket.
Well, you were a shooter. You'd love the three.
I lived on the outside. Oh, rims out. Nice attempt by Grant. Here come the blue shirts. That was a 2 in that previous possession. That looked like it may have been a foul. Coach Boyle not happy. Here come the Panthers. Wells from beyond the arc, a little strong.
And rebounding is key here for Notre Dame. They're doing a nice job. Nice head fake.
Kohler!
Great job.
Works the window for a deuce. Coming the other way. Adams for a tray, and he got it.
Ooh, he's starting to heat up. They're starting to heat up from the outside, and Notre Dame gets the 2, and then they get the 3, and you're fighting an uphill battle as long as that continues.
Will Adams came into this game with 1,047 in his storied career, the school's all-time leading scorer.
Right, all-time leading scorer, and
Hughes! He shot that one from King of Prussia.
Yep. Well, Hughes starts to feel it. He's a streaky type of guy. When he starts to hit that shot, I mean, he'll go on a streak and he'll hit 7 or 8 in a row. I mean, that's the way he plays the game.
23-19 Crusaders playing way over their head with the #1 team in the state. Adams for a tray ball.
Well, that's 2 in a row, and you can tell he's heating up. So this may turn out to be a higher scoring game than the first half showed.
Both teams can heat up like a microwave. Hughes in the paint. Entry then dishes out. Take by Gianjobi. Reach in foul against the Panthers.
Well, Gianjobi likes to take the ball to the basket. As I said, I've said it a few times, 6'3". He's not afraid. He will absolutely challenge Imhotep's big people inside.
Notre Dame cheerleaders doing a fabulous job at the breaks and at intermission.
All 54 of them.
Man.
They got a few, don't they?
It's more like a gymnastics team, some of the things these girls do anymore. Gianjobi from the stripe, a little strong.
Very unusual for Notre Dame. They're usually a pretty good foul shooting team. They got a couple of guys shooting 70 and over, 70% and over, so this is unusual for them to be missing this many foul shots.
They were smoking hot at the stripe in their first round victory, the playoffs. And it rims out again, tipped away over by Mitzak. Here comes Imhotep Charter out of Philadelphia.
Again, that's 4 foul shots in a row. They've gone 0 for 2 on two-shot foul times.
3-ball rejected. Excellent defense by Piazza. Put back by Prescott, no. Battle inside. Battle. He's fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe.
Yeah, he gets fouled by Max Hughes that time. Nice head fake. Got him going, got Notre Dame up in the air, and then he went up and got fouled.
Coach Boyle working that coach's box. Joe, are you a proponent of the coach's box?
Yes, I am. I think it's awfully tough. As a former football coach, I couldn't have imagined they'd keep you sitting on a bench. And basketball, it'd be just as tough.
Yeah, you were D coordinator at Bethlehem Liberty when our paths crossed some 30 years ago.
Yeah, you drove me nuts a few times back in the 70s.
You guys had a heck of a team with Mike Hartenstein in, 69, 70, number 1 in the state.
Yeah, we had 2 All-Americans that year, actually. We had a kid by the name of Matt Simikowski, and, of course, Mike Hartenstein. We had 2 great ones that year.
Terrell Johnson ahead to Prescott, works the window for a deuce.
And that's scrambling, tight man-to-man defense.
And they're going to call a reach-in foul on Terrell Johnson.
Okay, you can see Prescott getting the ball here on the pass, going up real strong, and just powers it up in. Not much the defender can do. He's just so quick off his feet.
Tight, full-court man by the Panthers. A little bit of a mini run by Imhotep. Notre Dame, important possession here. Kohler gives it back to the leader, the floor leader of this basketball team, Max Hughes, 6'1" senior guard, 14.2 a game. Gianjobi on the low block. Nice ball fake. Down it goes and 1.
Great job. Joe Gianjobi just little head fake, spun, laid it up, got the foul. can see here, he gets the ball down the post, takes it inside, little spin, gets him up in the air, and then he goes up and makes the layup. Nice
Gianjobi threads one more.
And it's a nice finish. You got to get that three-point play big. Got to make foul shots when you're playing a team that's so deniable. They deny you the ball so much on the floor. You must make foul shots.
28-22, Imhotep on top over Notre Dame. It is an elimination tournament. You win, you move on. You lose, and your season is over. Nice give to Wells. Good ball movement by the Panthers. However, another traveling violation.
I'll tell you what, they really are calling the travel quickly tonight. You know, last year Imhotep faced another team from that Colonial League. You get a chance to look at it here, and you'll see he gets that pass, little head fake, but you see him shuffle his feet. No question about the call.
More substitutions by Coach Boyle. Quality minutes off the bench from James Leary, Dave Salerno, Blair Rosetto, and Bart Palumbo. Nice speed inside to Kohler, yes!
Did a nice job of spreading it out that time and getting the layup.
That looked like an offensive foul. They're going to call a block. Oh, my, are you kidding me?
Well, I'm not sure about that one.
Oh, Coach Boyle's beside himself.
But being the gentleman that he is, he will be under control. I was saying about Imhotep last year, you know, they got taken to the wire by Northern Lehigh out of the Colonial League. Almost pulled the upset of the tournament last year. You get a chance to look at it here. Yeah, he was moving his feet. I didn't really see a little slow on my part, but that was a good call.
Apollon knocks it down. 29-24, 3:10 till the end of the third. Again, to reiterate, the winner will play Saturday versus the winner of Prep Charter and Loyal Sox.
Apollon's done a nice job of coming in and giving them some offense and helping put a lot of pressure on. He's very impressive.
Salerno guarded tightly. The dangerous Hughes on the left wing. That is in-your-face defense. Whistle stoppage foul against Imhotep.
And Imhotep's a good example that time of Imhotep switching down low in the post. Did a nice job of switching man and taking off that pass. They were looking to get it inside, but they switched real well and it wasn't there.
Imhotep named after the architect of the first Egyptian pyramid a couple thousand years before Christ, and they're a very interesting charter school with a specific purpose of meanwhile, Gianjobi makes it count.
Gianjobi used his body real well, protected the ball, and got a nice, soft layup.
Oh boy, Kenny Battle with a take and a finish. Steal. Apollon, yes.
Now that pressure, see, they're really on them, and they can all run. And then they double. They cross that midcourt line, and they double.
That's going to be a timeout on the floor. Panthers up by 7. Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at our trivia question again. Coach, what 3 Notre Dame coaches, other than Pat Boyle, have won District 11 championship?
All right, you got to go back to 1979 for the earliest one, Sal Montesano, who also then went on to coach at Lehigh, Charlie McGarvey in 1983, and Dave Mellum in 1994. 3 coaches, 3 district championships before Pat Boyle, who's now got 3, by the way. He's got 3 of them.
Wow. Thanks to Power Realty, bringing high school basketball into your living room. Meanwhile, it looks like a whistle call against Imhotep.
Yeah, ball went off one of the, I think it was one of the Imhotep players went out of bounds, and Notre Dame gets the ball.
Hughes guarded tightly by Kenny Battle, 6'2" senior guard. Rosetto in the left wing. The dangerous Salerno, a little long. Oh, that's a hard foul against Battle. Will go the other way.
Well, Battle had a real good position and had the ball, but Andrew Kohler gave him a shot going for the ball, and no question about that one.
The ultimate goal for these young men is to play in the Bryce Jordan Center, campus of Penn State University, about 2.5 weeks down the road, or actually less than that.
Yep.
And that would be for the state championship. Downtown from Prescott, front iron, gets his own rebound, follows in traffic, no, traveling.
Yep, more shuffling the feet. happening a lot. Both teams are really done a lot of traveling.
That Philly-style playground ball, I guess they're not calling that down there.
Now they're in the trapping defense. Now let them get the ball in, and then they challenge it with two defenders.
A 1-2-2 3/4 court trap. Reach in.
Very impressive. I'll tell you what, I am surprised because, and it's not a reflection on their coach, but I didn't know Imhotep was so disciplined. And they really show me a lot of discipline, especially defensively. Very well coached.
Andre Noble, their coach, a product of Lincoln University. Also serves as the athletic director and dean of students. Mid-sack, low post, count it.
Real nice move by Midsack. Andrew Midsack just took that ball right to the hoop and did a great job getting it up and in.
Crusaders hanging around, only down 5.
Yeah, I think if Pat Boyle would have thought they'd be this close to the end of the third quarter and they'd be within 5 points, I think he would have been very pleased with that.
Imhotep staff looks a little anxious over there. Notre Dame inside of, Imhotep inside of 1, going to set up. A little bit of slow down.
Yeah, they're waiting to eat the clock up, probably take the last shot. Although there's a long ways to go.
Yeah, 5-point
long ways to go.
spread. A minute left. I'm not liking this. They set up a 3-ball for Apollon, and he drains it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Apollon is absolutely killing Notre Dame. He is really burning them back.
Apollon with a steal going coast to coast. Gives it up to Adams from downtown, bottom of the net.
Great 3-point shooting.
That's a quick timeout by Coach Boyle. We are going to stay here.
Well, you see that athleticism of Imhotep. I mean, they're starting to hit on some cylinders now, and they're getting a good pass. They're kicking it out to the open man at the 3-point line, and they're making their shots. I mean, long as they make those shots, that's the key. As you can see here, he makes the drive down the middle, kicks it out to the left side, and Apollon just stands there. He's nobody on him. Guy flies by him. He takes that jump shot, and it's dead center. I mean, he's impressive. I don't know how many threes he's got, but he's got to have 2 or 3 of them so far.
Talk to Coach Noble, his basketball philosophy, defense first, number 2, control the tempo, number 3, share the basketball.
Well, you know, and you look at Imhotep and you see how they run up and down the floor. You don't think in terms of them sharing the basketball, but they really do. Makes a lot of good passes.
And their future is bright for Imhotep. Their JVs are outstanding, so they are going to be in the tournament year after year for years to come.
And what's that term? Them that has gets, right? Very impressive. Very impressive.
12 seconds remain till the end of the third. 39-28. Panthers on top. Crusaders deep in the corner pocket. Salerno for a tray.
And Salerno hits one.
Thrown up at the buzzer, back iron. An exciting third quarter. Advantage Panthers 39-31.
Swimming and diving, basketball. PCN, your source for PA March Madness sports. Log on to PCNTV.com for complete schedules and times. The PIAA Swimming and Diving Championships, March 13th through 15th, and the PIAA Basketball Championships, March 20th and 21st, only on PCN, Pennsylvania's neighborhood.
Thanks to RCN, you're connected to all these great Celtic Cultural Alliance events.
This is RCN TV.
Welcome back, everyone. We want to send our best out to the Notre Dame girls. Their season is over. They lost last night in the state tournament. But, Joe, an outstanding, surprise, quality season for the Notre Dame girls.
Yeah, well, Notre Dame's they've got a proud program. They do very well. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Salerno drops in a mid-range jumper. Salerno, 5'8" junior guard, 8 points per game coming off the bench. He is dangerous.
As Battle is to Imhotep, that's what Salerno is to Notre Dame. He's their bench guy. He's the offensive threat off the bench.
Prescott Deep in the corner, Wells for three.
Well, they certainly have heated up. They're not missing a whole lot of shots now.
This gymnasium rapidly filling for game 2. It's like a turnover. Steal by the Panthers. Here come the white shirts. Adams, front iron. Whistle, stoppage, going the other way.
That's the first three-point miss I think they've had in about 5 shots.
Joe, I always like to do a yogiism. Are you ready for our
Go ahead.
yogiism tonight? These two teams have different similarities.
Yeah, well, and I think they're both approaching the Y, and you got to take it.
You got to think about that. You got to go a little deeper, if you will.
Oh, Lordy.
Joe Craig, former coach at Lehigh. Pleasure to be doing the game with you.
Oh, this is a blast. You bring back a lot of memories, not all good ones. We haven't had a lot of time to talk about that, but...
Well, maybe we'll talk about it on your Thursday night sports
Yeah, we'll get
show.
you up. We'll get you on our Thursday night show at RCN. We do
nice
our sports talk show every Thursday.
That is a take and a finish by number 23, Eric Cope. The 6'8 sophomore continues to show his productivity.
Yeah, and you can see Copes here sitting on the side of the lane. Takes a nice pass, takes one step, and just lays it in. Great pass, great layup. Cope's been waiting to do that this whole game. He's been sitting in there. And this is the first time he's really been able to take advantage of it.
Cope's had 11 rebounds in their Public League Championship game coming off the bench. Threads another. 45-33 suddenly. Up 8. I'm sorry, 12. The lead has ballooned to 12.
Well, the difference has been really that Imhotep is starting to hit shots. I mean, they're just making shots. And when they make shots, their defense is going to make up on the other end.
That is foul number 7. That'll put him in the penalty. Joe Gianjobi, 6'3 junior center, will go to the stripe. Let's see if that factors in, Joe, because we know I'm going to wait till after he shoots the shot. He rolls it in. As they have shown proficiency from the stripe. He doesn't want another
He got
one.
excited. He got excited. He didn't realize he had a second one coming. That one went in, Joe.
Called the 1-and-1, Joe. What a great season this kid has had. 12.2 points per game.
Great kid, too. I mean, he's, as all of these kids are, you play basketball or any sport nowadays in high school, you better stay out of trouble because you don't play if you don't stay out of trouble.
Front iron, and the ubiquitous Kenny Battle grabs another rebound.
Ubiquitous? My goodness, there's one I haven't heard. I can't even pronounce it, much less spell it. Well, you went to Central Catholic, I forgot.
Deep in the corner, Applebond, stoppage of play. We are going the other way.
I think he stepped out of bounds on his plant foot.
See if we can
Lots of pressure.
Get a score on that Parkland game. Parkland, of course, with a stunning upset of Lower Merion in round 1. A very good Lower Merion team from District 1.
Well, Parkland had beaten them earlier in the year. They actually had 2 wins over Lower Merion.
Quality wins.
Yeah.
Hughes looking at dribble drive, kicks out. Kohler for 3, yes!
Hey, they just don't go away. They just keep coming back. And he's going to call an offensive foul that time.
Kenny Battle. A strong take, but an offensive foul. 5:20 remaining in the basketball game. Crusaders hanging around.
I'll tell you, Notre Dame they just refuse to quit. And that's been their moniker all year, really. They've been a very hard team to put away.
Tipped away by the alert Grant. Yeah, this would be a bracket buster. Shockwaves around the state if Notre Dame could somehow pull this out. We saw 1 year ago 31-0 Reading go down to a 500 Souderton team.
Yep. Well, it happens every year in the state playoffs. Somebody gets upset somewhere, and not all that unusual, especially in District 1 because you've got so many quality teams.
Mid-sack, poked away. Kohler comes up with it. You got it for a tray. That was big. 45-40, oh baby.
Well, I'll tell you what. They're starting to hit their threes now, too, and get into a little bit of a Donnybrook here.
Crusaders making things interesting against the #1 team in the state. And they deposit a deuce. Banks are open on the low block by Prescott.
Yeah, Prescott, nice job of following up the shot. Hit the boards and got a nice layup.
Dangerous Salerno for three. Oh, man.
He's getting it. He's feeling hot. And he's capable of doing that. I mean, he's come in some games and he's hit 4 or 5 threes, and he gets it going. He's a catalyst.
That invigorated this Notre Dame crowd. 2-possession game, 4 minutes left in the basketball game. Imhotep looks a little stunned on their bench. Steal! Hughes stops, gives it up to Salerno. Little long, rebound by the Panthers. Here come the white shirts in transition.
Salerno a little too close to the basket that time. He's not used to shooting the ball inside of 15 feet.
Quick timeout by the Panthers. We're going to take a break. You're watching State Playoffs on RCN.
I'm Joe Craig. And I'm Chris Michael. Join us and a rotating panel of sports experts and personalities on the next live edition of the RCN Sports Talk Show.
We open up the phone lines to get your opinions on all local, regional, and national sports.
And now we're interactive as we read your emails live on our program to get your sports insights.
Plus, we always get inside information from our guests.
So tune in and call in.
Send an email to us live on the air.
It's the RCN Sports Talk Show every Thursday evening at 6 p.m.
Only on RCN Channel 4.
No matter where you live, you've got a front row seat to your favorite team with NHL Center Ice. It's the only way to see all of your favorite teams, even if you don't live in their area. Subscribe now and see all the action from wherever you live. Because with NHL Center Ice, every game's a home game. NHL Center Ice, the game lives where you do.
To order, call 800-RING-RCN today.
Welcome back, everyone. 47-43, 3:37 remaining. Notre Dame Crusaders versus the Imhotep Panthers.
And we'll get a shot here at this Salerno from the three-point line, and he plants that foot, and he's supposed to. I'll tell you what, he's got great rotation. He really squares up to the basket when he takes that three-point shot.
So much of their offense is that dribble, penetrate, dish,
kick out.
Kick out.
That's it. That's the name of the game. And they do, they got guys that'll cut to the basket and try to take the layup. It's a shame that in the beginning they missed like 5 or 6 peepers. There's a term you haven't heard in a while. In close, and this could be real interesting.
We also want to send good luck out to the Allentown Central Catholic girls. They're alive in the Sweet 16, trying to replicate their amazing run of 4 consecutive state titles not that long ago.
Yeah. Well, Central Catholic girls is that's a basketball team with no great stars, no big 20-point scorers, but they play well together and they stay in every game.
Grant, dribble to the foul line, dishes out, rims out by Wells. Notre Dame with a chance to narrow it to 2 or 1.
They just stay there.
Hughes, so cerebral with the rock.
Patience, they'll be patient. They will not throw the ball all over the place. But Imhotep has to step up the defense here. They got to get in their shirts.
18 fouls against Imhotep. Coach Boyle wants a quality possession. He's going to call a timeout. So are we. You're watching State Playoffs on RCN.
The game happens here on NBA League Pass. The season is heating up, and you can still get the most NBA action at a special discount, $99. Follow your favorite team wherever you live. The top players, the amazing plays. Track the numbers and break down the box scores every night on Stat Central. You can even watch live games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. It's not too late to get maximum access to the NBA. Get NBA League Pass now on digital cable for a special price of just $99. To order, call now.
Now playing on MLB Network, the hottest lineup in prime time. Weeknights, every baseball rumor, trade, and signing on Hot Stove. We rank baseball's top moments and greatest players on Prime 9. TV's epic history of the game. Ken Burns' baseball. Your favorite team, their most memorable year on baseball seasons. The hits keep on coming with home run derbies. Baseball's greatest games, World Series highlights. Now playing every weeknight, only on MLB Network.
We're back. Joe Craig, Bernie Gallagher, RCN Sports bringing you round 2 of state playoff. 47-43, a shocking score with 2:50 to go. You know, the Philadelphia Public Schools entered the PIAA, Joe, 3 years ago. Now, first time ever, Catholic schools, Newman Goretti considered the best team in the state. A little bit of a wake-up call for Philadelphia.
Well, there's a lot of shocked people in the gym here because there are people here from Norristown, and they're all watching Imhotep, and they're watching them struggle with these little kids from up north. It's pretty amazing.
Lehigh Valley more noted for football and wrestling, whereas down here in District 1, Boyertown baseball and District 1 basketball have made a statement throughout the state. And there's that tenacious D.
Oh, great shot blocking by Cope that time. He just took that away from him.
4-point advantage in no particular hurry to put it up. Parrish Grant, 6'2" senior guard, putting it on the deck, guarded tightly by Salerno. They get it into the corner to Adams, short, but an offensive rejected by Hughes. Back to the Panthers, off the glass. Oh, what a putback by Eric Coates.
Yeah, Coates, he did a nice job. Coates did a nice job following it. Wanted to dunk the ball, but I think he thought better of it and wanted to make sure.
That was big, but it is still a 2-possession game. Midsack from the corner, tipped away. Gianjobi comes up with it. Hughes for 3, front iron. And again, Coates cleans the glass.
Now, Coates is taking over on the boards, and that's a key for Imhotep. If he controls the boards at his 6'8" height, you know, it's going to be tough without that second shot.
Oh, my. Busting a move is Parrish Grant. And from downtown again, Apollon.
Apollon, he's really impressed me. I think he's played a really great game.
Just like that, the lead swells to 9 with $1:24 remaining. Kohler, yes! They won't go away. What heart and desire by the Notre Dame Crusaders.
Just a great effort. Great effort.
We're going to take a break. 52-46, Imhotep on top.
As the playoffs and Super Bowl reach their conclusion, the dawn of a new season comes to light. The next generation of the NFL begins with the Scouting Combine and NFL Draft. A star will be born.
Only on RCN. Don't miss out. Call 800-RING-RCN today.
Swimming and diving. Basketball. PCN, your source for PA March Madness sports. Log on to PCNTV.com for complete schedules and times. The PIAA Swimming and Diving Championships, March 13th through 15th, and the PIAA Basketball Championships, March 20th and 21st, only on PCN, Pennsylvania's neighborhood.
Welcome back, everyone. RCN Sports, 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining. Imhotep, the #1 team in the state, holding a 6-point advantage over a feisty and fired-up Notre Dame team.
Yeah, and Notre Dame, you got to give them credit. I mean, they're playing a really tough game against an awfully athletic and awfully well-coached Imhotep team. This is not unusual, as we've talked about before. Last year, Northern Lehigh took this Imhotep team right to the wire. And Imhotep won by 4 or 5 points, but Northern Lehigh, which is in the same league as Notre Dame, gave them all they could handle. So this is not that big a surprise to some people.
Joe, you've seen some quality teams come out of the Philadelphia region, including when you were the AD at Liberty. You saw Kobe Bryant come into your gymnasium.
Kobe Bryant, I was the athletic director at Liberty, and Kobe came in with his ball club, and they played Whitehall for one of the Eastern semifinals.
That was the year Lower Merion captured the title, Kobe's senior year.
Yeah, he was fair.
He could play a little.
Yeah, he was fair.
He wasn't bad. All right, meanwhile, Imhotep's going to get a quick foul from Mietzek. Good coaching by Coach Boyle.
Yeah, I got to put them on the line, hope they miss. Of course, they've got a couple fouls to give here, so get the ball, try to get a steal off the inbounds play.
Coach Boyle looking pretty calm, cool, and collected over there. Wells at the point. Quick whistle. Another foul, it looks like. It'll be team foul number 6. One more to give.
Foul that time on Blair Rosetto. He's in there to get these fouls and make them use them up. Eventually, eat up little clock. Another hold.
Another one with no time elapsing off the clock, and that'll put him on the stripe. A 2-possession game, 1:07 remaining. Why not? Excellent
Absolutely.
coaching.
Well, sure. Now you got a situation where you're 1-1. Miss the first one, you get the ball back, and that's really about your best shot. You've got to hope they miss their foul shot.
Notre Dame playing stifling defense again. They've held their last 3 opponents to 42 points per game. Prescott off the mark. What an offensive rebound. That's a heartbreaker by Ivory Wells.
Big rebound and basket by Ivory Wells. That was huge.
They need something quick. It is now a 3-possession game. Strong take by Hughes. He's double covered, kicks it out. Open look for Kohler. Got it!
Kohler is hot. He's as hot as an iron right now.
Apollon quickly fouled back to the foul line. 8th team foul against Notre Dame.
Smart basketball, though. That's really smart basketball. Fouling right away, put them on the line. Now they got to make sure that they block out underneath the basket on the foul shot.
Apollon a little strong. Alert rebound by Kohler. Here come the Crusaders. Can they pull off a miracle upset? Gianjovi in traffic. Left hand, he's rejected. They'll call a foul. That's a good call.
Well, it's good on the ball, but he had him with the body all the way, and good call. You're going to see it. You're going to see this one. Nice head fake, drive to the basket. Ball block, but with the body, they've got it.
Joe, this is Notre Dame's first time in the second round since 04 when they beat Carbondale en route to the Eastern Final.
Yeah, they've been eliminated the last few years in this first round, or in the first round.
Gianjovi threads an important one. This would make it a 1-possession game. He can thread one more with 31.6 seconds remaining. A bracket buster upset shocker if Notre Dame could pull it off. And he does.
Now
Curry the foul shot.
You are at a 1-possession situation here. Now you got the quick foul. Foul shot's coming.
They're going to make him earn it at the stripe.
Yep. And if they miss, you have a shot. I mean, you got 30 seconds to go. And you're down by that 1 possession.
So many games won and lost from the foul line.
As I said before, I really love the 3-point shot, Bernie, as you remember.
And he knocks it down, and that was big as it creates a 4-point advantage. Offensive substitutions by Coach Boyle.
And that makes it a 2-possession situation right now. So Notre Dame's got to go down and score quickly and make something happen to get the ball back.
Drains the second one, 5-point advantage. Notre Dame needs a bucket, and they need it in a hurry. Not necessarily a 3 right here. And they get a deuce down on the low block.
And
nice
they get it.
feed down to Blair Rosetto.
Great pass by Max Hughes. Great pass by Max Hughes.
Enormous, as it is 19.1 seconds remain. Again, a 3-point.
We'll take a look at that one here as Max Hughes gets all surrounded, gets a nice pass inside, and Rosetto puts it in the basket. That's what you're looking for. Now you got 19 to go, 3-point deficit. It's now a 1-possession game. Anything can happen. I'll tell you what, Coach Boyle would have given his right arm going into the game to be in this situation at this point. No one in this gym, with the exception of probably a few of the Notre Dame people, thought this was going to be like this at the end.
This crowd is into it. The game 2, again, to reiterate, a quality 4A matchup to the best teams in the state, Norristown, Plymouth, White Marsh, and they're getting entertained here at the end of game 1.
Yeah, and you're seeing, and I'll tell you what, you got to say this, both teams, Bernie, both teams are very well coached basketball teams. I'm very impressed with Imhotep. their discipline. They really have been, I think they're very well coached. And Notre Dame, of course, that's the way they play the game. They've got a great coach, and they're very disciplined.
And again, the winner will play the winner, Prep Charter, Loyal Sock, most likely Prep Charter. Prep Charter also out of Philadelphia, Class 2A. They won the state title in 06 and 07. And Imhotep handled them easily this year. Important defensive pressure here, and Notre Dame's going to put them back on the stripe.
Yep, and that's really the only choice you had. You couldn't let them play with the ball for 8 or 10 seconds. So they did the right thing, put them on. You just got to hope they miss.
A miss and a 3 ball, and we got my favorite word, overtime.
Overtime.
Oh, man.
Of course, this is a huge situation now because, 1 point makes it a 2-possession game. Prescott, a lot of pressure on him right here.
6'3" senior guard. A chance to give his team a 4-point advantage, and he does. All Cotton.
That's clutch. Clutch foul shooting, and but that's what you get with a senior, and he's been there before.
This one big because then you don't necessarily need a 3. 2 twos would tie it. Prescott nails it. 5-point advantage inside of 15 seconds. Hughes guarded tightly. Precious time ticking away. Salerno's got to throw it up. Stolen. Inside of 3 seconds. And it looks like Imhotep, the #1 team in the state, is going to hold on for a 58-53 W. Nonetheless, a valiant and courageous effort by the Crusaders of Notre Dame.
Great.
Don't go away. Joe and I will be down on the court to wrap things up.
Especially when it comes to the sports you love to watch. Check out pigskin action from NFL Network on demand, NHL hockey, college football, and bull riding on Versus. Body slams and blood matches from WWE, plus the latest news and highlights from ESPN, all on your schedule, all at an affordable price. Explore your remote possibilities today by pressing the VOD button or going to Channel 1, RCN. Connect to something more.
58-53 our final. Imhotep victorious over Notre Dame of Green Pond. Our player of the game sponsored by Yako Hot Dogs was David Apollon, a tremendous effort. And he is also our leading scorer with 16 points, sponsored by Lehigh Valley Installation. Back here with Joe Craig, our post-game analyst. In retrospect, we break it down. Joe, first we'll look at the victory. For Imhotep Charter, the #1 team in the state, Class 2A. Great players find a way to elevate their game on the big stage, and super soft David Apollon certainly did that.
Yeah, they did what they had to do when they had to do it. They got a little bit of a test. I think a little more than they thought they were going to get. But, I was very impressed with Imhotep. Their patience and their discipline. I really feel that they showed a lot of it. Passed the ball crisply, then they started hitting those threes. When they started hitting threes, you knew they were going to be there. And that, of course, that was our game player of the game. So, good effort there.
And on the flip side, the Notre Dame Crusaders with a valiant effort. Coach Boyle has to be so proud of this team. They showed the resolve and the resiliency of a champion. We're in it right till the end. And I thought it was paramount that they hit their perimeter shots, especially from beyond the arc. That they did. Clearly, Joe, this is a team that understands the fundamental principles, what it takes to come up with a W on the big stage.
Yeah, and as we said pregame, you're going to see a well-coached, disciplined team that's going to move the ball and look for the right shots, and they did that. They missed a lot of shots in tight, especially in the first half. I think a lot of that was anticipation of getting it blocked because of the strength of Imhotep's big guys. But, they make a few of those shots. This game might have turned out different. So you got to give them a lot of credit. A lot of great effort, very, very strong, gutty effort, I think, on Notre Dame's part.
So the season is over for the Crusaders. Nonetheless, a sensational season it was. 58-53 our final. I'm Hope Pep, victorious over Notre Dame Crusaders. For Joe Craig, I'm Bernie Gallagher and our entire hard-working RCN crew. Thanks for watching, and good night.